sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the Minnesota Vikings. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. He's going to get this one down to Cook.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd down at 4. Mon now off of play action.
He finds his man complete. That's Sanchez. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mon's throw complete there to Smith.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now Jones. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Throwing Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake, Jones. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
2nd and 7.
Off play action, Jones.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, here's Mon. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Mon looks to throw on first down.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Jamin Davis
in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Well, they go play action here. Mon.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Read it well, and it's picked. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Jones on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Sanchez. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mons throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's at the 40. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mon, he finds his man, complete. That's Sanchez. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, Mon. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Mon's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Here's Mon. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Mon looks to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Jones. Finding room to the 20. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
41 the mic, 41 the mic. Check 41. Hey, tight down. There you go. 69. Hey, 41's mic. Come on out here. Come get some.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Daniel Jones from 17 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now Mond. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Mond going to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones looking for his running back, and he's got it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there's a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's done. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Operating from the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw again on second down. Jones.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jamin Davis, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Mond over the middle, complete. That's Sanchez. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Mond now off of play action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one. And you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Push him back. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, that's going to be caught by Samuel. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. throwing, Jones. Oh, he bowls over it. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flushed out right. It's complete to Cook. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. Clay. And they get him down
but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington,
they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a late season stumble as they're going to fall to 12-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.